All right, sixth graders, this is to help you with question 1 on CR14 version B. It says a plumber needs to install sinks in a new housing development. Each house needs 4 sinks. Okay, so that means if you just build one house, you'll need 4 sinks. If you build 2 houses, you need 4 sinks in each house. You're up to 8 sinks. 3 houses, you need 4 sinks in the first house, 4 sinks in the next house, 4 sinks in the house after that. You're up to 12 sinks and so on. How many sinks are needed for 5 houses? All right, lots of ways to go about this. I'm first going to look at it as equivalent fractions, equivalent ratios. And I'll just do my number of houses compared to my number of sinks. And I just take any one of the facts in the table. I'll start with this fact. And I say, okay, for one house, I need 4 sinks. On the other side, if number of houses is on top, it's still the numerator. Number of sinks on the bottom, still the denominator. Then I go to the part I'm looking for. Well, 5 is my number of houses. So I put 5 next to my number of houses. I don't know how many sinks. That's what I'm looking for. So then I just find a connection. How do I get from 1 to 5? Oh, 1 times 5 is 5. So what do I have to do to the denominator? If I multiply the numerator by 5, I also have to multiply the denominator by 5. 4 times 5, they must need 20 sinks in that house, in 5 houses. You could also just look at your table and say, how do I get from 2 to 8? Oh, 2 times 4 is 8. How do I get from 3 to 12? Oh, 3 times 4 is 12. You're studying ratio tables right now. How do I get from 4 to 16? Oh, 4 times 4 is 16. How do I get from 5 to my question mark? Well, if I multiply by 4 each time, that means I take 5 and I multiply by 4. Lots of ways to go about this problem.